4 steps. Don't listen to your parents, do something stupid, get disciplined, pretend it never happened. 4 steps. So let's start with, I need to put this down. I am going to be telling you guys a story today. Oh wait, no, let me do my intro all over again. So, when I was like 3, 4, 4, 5, or 6, one of the 3 in ages, I really cannot remember. I thought I was just chilling around in my old house, and I was alone. But my dad and my brother and my sister were all outside. My mother had gone to go get a car because we were getting a new car because our family was like growing. We were growing as a family. And there also weren't enough seats in our station wagon. So we got a Suburban. No, we got a minivan. We got a minivan. That's what we got. We got a minivan. And can't really remember if. Okay, so I was just chilling in my house. I think I was like playing board games, or I was getting dressed. That's it. I was getting dressed. I was by myself. I was in the house by myself, so I didn't want to put shoes on. So I went outside, and at first it was fine. I just went outside and ran a couple laps around the house. I think I climbed a tree and got stuck. So my dad was like, Meg, just in case you get stuck in the tree again, go put on shoes. So I went inside, and I couldn't find my shoes. So I was going to go outside and say, Dad, I can't find my shoes. But there was a bee at my front door. Not my front door, my back door. That led onto my deck that led down to our yard. There was a bee. So I didn't want to go out there. So I tried going out the front door, and I couldn't get it open. And we had this thing in our basement. Our basement was completely unfinished. It scared the life out of me. So I would like never go down there unless I had to. And I remember sometimes when we had like tornadoes here, we would go down there, obviously. We'd go down there, we had 2 dogs. We had Abby and Duncan. Abby and Duncan are since then deceased, and I miss them more than I can even say, but now we have my beautiful chocolate lab Molly. Back on to topic. I went down to the basement, and we had this thing. It was like these double doors that were basically like vertical to the ground, except they had a bit of a slant to them, so you could like push them open. And I pushed these doors open to get, it was like, okay, so here's the ground, and then, so here's the ground, and then here's the doors. And they were the doors were slanted like this. Doors were slanted like this, just like a little bit up. So you could open them, and they'd be like on an angle sort of thing. Like part of them is higher than the other part. And I went up these steps, opened the doors, stepped out. I got out fine. I really did. And I was always told by my parents, Meg, don't go down there. Don't use that door unless we tell you to. You'll get hurt. And I didn't listen. I think we can all see where this is going. So I opened those doors. I got out of the basement fine. I said, Dad, I can't find my shoes. And he was walking over to me or something. No, he wasn't walking over to me. He says, 1 second. He was playing catch with my brother because at that time, my brother played baseball. So, I obviously, like the good child I was, wanted to close the door so no animals got into our basement. I think we had like mice in there one time, but it's not fun. I think we had like mice in there once when I was like 2, but I can't really remember. I do remember we had bats in our house once. But that is a different story for a different video. I'll tell that story later. I am so pale. Back on topic, Meg. So, I, like a good child, wanted to close the doors. So, there was like a thin, like maybe that tall thing on the ground surrounding, no, like under the doors, like where the door, like we'd close the seal, so like not even bugs could get in. And my pinky toe on, I remember what foot it was. My pinky toe on my left hand, my pinky toe on my right hand, my pinky toe on my right foot. It wasn't my left foot. It was my left foot. So my pinky toe on my left foot was on that thing. So, and And this is the thing. My toe was, like, latched on top of it. And I didn't really know what to do. So I just closed the doors. Little did I know, when I closed the doors, my pinky toe would basically get chopped off. My pinky toe is still intact today. I still have 10 toes. So, obviously, being the 4, 5, 6-year-old I was, I screamed. Now, I scream a lot. I'm a generally loud person, but this scream was a scream of shock and pure terror. And I have a lot of weird memories from that house, and this had to be one of the weirdest ones. My dad came rushing over. He looked at my toe and he said, "Oh shit." I remember the words coming out of his mouth. "Oh shit." And he didn't even mean to say it, but like it just came out. And if I were him, I honestly would have said the same thing. So naturally, karma being the best thing ever. This isn't really karma, but if it was karma. So my luck being as great as it was, my mom decides to pull into the driveway with a brand new car. Right as my dad comes over and says, "Oh shit." Oh. And our drive was pretty long. So my mom saw my brother and my dad was like holding my little sister like in our like baby carriage or something. Because my sister yeah, my sister would have been born, but she would have been like a baby. So she probably doesn't remember this, like, at all. So they came rushing over, and they were all crowding around me, even my 2 dogs. I'm pretty sure one of them tried to lick my toe, but where'd it go? Oh. I'm pretty sure one of them tried to lick my toe, but, you know, I don't remember much. So, being the good parents my parents were, my mother got out of the car, ran up, said, "Oh my goodness, what the heck is going on?" She looks down, she sees my toe. It's all downhill from there, buddy. So, my dad goes inside, he gets paper towels, and he just wraps my foot up and starts applying pressure. And at this point, my toe was basically burning. It was a very hot summer day, I might add. I'm pretty sure the fact that I can barely move that toe today is like part of the reason they like probably like crushed a tendon or something. And I never understood the audacity of the situation until now, but now that I do understand the audacity of the situation, I was like, this is a big ass deal. Now, my family has many visits to the ER a year. This recently, we just went an entire summer without going to the emergency room. Praise Jesus, those doctors were obviously getting tired of us. We are just an accident-prone family. My brother has had stitches in his eyebrow. He's cracked his head open. Pretty sure he had like stitches in his ear. That's my other brother. My older brother has only had stitches in his ear and stitches in his chin. That's another story for another time as well. He had stitches in his chin. And my sister, however, I don't know how this has happened, but she has never been to the emergency room for her. She's been like there for like friends and stuff, but she's never been there for herself. Like she has never ever had a situation like that. I myself have been there 3 times. That is more than all of my family. All of my family has been there at least like once or twice, except for my sister. I know my dad has been there at least once or twice, but you know, I've been there more than any of my family members. Once was for this lip thing. So if you guys ever see this thing on my lip, my hair this kind of. So this is where I cut my lip open. I had to get it sewn, and I've always said I want to get my lip pierced so I can hide it, but I think I just want to keep it there so it can just be there as one of my flaws. Really see because I'm wearing lipstick and it's like coating my lip, but there's like a little bump there. That's because I split my lip open and I had to get it sewn. Another time I cracked my head open and I had to get staples. And then the other time is the time that I'm telling you about right now. So, back to the story. My dad came, he started applying pressure to my foot with the paper towels. And then, we got into our brand new car, I might add. Our brand new car. Well, it might not have been like brand new that day, but was it brand new that day or was Mom just getting groceries? She might have just been getting groceries, because I remember it was that summer when we got the new car. I think she was just getting groceries, so one of the two, I can't really remember. But, I need to breathe. No. Okay, back to the story. So we got into our brand new car, and we lived fairly close to our hospital, our local hospital. So we got there in like maybe the span of 2 minutes. We got in there, and they immediately got me into a room. Luckily, there was not much of a wait time, mainly because I was like bleeding out from like an artery or maybe something like that. But I was bleeding pretty bad. So they put this like purple towel thing on me, and it kind of cooled it down. It kind of stopped the bleeding, just like a little bit. Then they took it off. I was like, wow, that's my flesh. That's my flesh. That's weird. That was my. It was my flesh. I could see my flesh, and I was like, it's like flaky. It's kind of like fish. It looks a little bit like fish. Like if I cut my arm open right now, I'm pretty sure it would look a little bit like fish or blood. One of the two. But my foot looks like fish. My foot looked like fish. Long story short. So then the doctor came in. No, they gave me like a coloring book, and I was enjoying that because I love coloring books. And I wanted to like use the coloring book when they were stitching up my foot. Oh yeah, I ended up getting like 13 stitches in my foot. Camera 911. I'm sorry, I've watched that video so many times. I can't even. I never have this much energy. I need to start drinking coffee like a lot more often. What the heck is going on with my hair? My hair. My hair. My hair. My hair. My hair. I love you. Okay, so the doctor came in. He's like, Meg, I'm gonna give you stitches. I said, okay. Do I get like? I was like, okay, that's cool. That's cool, Mr. Doctor Lady. It was guy. My doctor was guy. And I think I just called him a lady. I'm sorry. I actually didn't even know my doctor. I don't know him to this day. But I should probably like go find him and like thank him for like, you know, like saving my foot from, you know, losing a toe. But maybe I'll do that another video. This is 14 minutes long, and I'm trying to tell a story of how I went. That's just. So long story short, I learned to always wear shoes. I still don't wear shoes to this day. I actually really hate shoes. I'm not wearing shoes. See that? But she was like, don't have to see that, but you know, sorry. Okay, so then I got stitches in my foot, and for the next like 3 weeks, had to answer the question, Meg, what's on your foot? And it's like, you bitch, what the fuck do you think it is? I obviously got bit by a shark. No, I never said that, but I should have. I just said, yeah, I broke my toe. I just kept telling people I broke my toe. So people were like, why aren't you wearing a cast? I'm like, because I don't feel like it, bitch. I didn't actually say that either, but I also really should have. Yeah, so that was the story. It's about time to end the video, I would say. Comment down below what video you guys would like to see next, or if you guys want to see more story times with Meg, story times with Margaret. If you guys want to see more story time with Meg, then tell me in the description below, or like tweet me or something like that. Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat will be in the end bar. Oh yeah. That is my outro finished, I hope, I think, maybe. Click the like button. Subscribe. Nope. Subscribe. Hit the like button. And comment down below. Comment down below. And Snapchat. And follow me on Twitter and Instagram. I'm getting, like, tired. Okay. Bye. Let's cut to the chase here. Let's get this done. What story was I telling? Is I not supposed to do that? You were so good. Oh, I'll just leave here. Herb. I painted my walls. This wall used to be purple. Woo! 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 I have too much energy. I don't even think there was caffeine in that coffee. Liars. Brazilian. No, not Brazilian. You were like... Was it Brazilian coffee? It's not with a B. I can't remember. But it's like one of those coffees that like fancy people drink. Bye.
It's finna get real. She got a booty so big it's like a Ferris wheel. Yeah. Little mama got sex appeal. She wanna get a record deal. Shit though. It's finna get real. She got a